Greetings gamers, welcome back everyone to episode number 10 into double figures for the Italian job with Venezia FC. Obviously here in Serie B now, and life's doing pretty alright. You can see there we've won 3 games, so let's have a look, because I've done 2 games off camera, and I think that's going to be how I do it now. I do a couple of games off camera, not loads, so we'd have to cover loads, and then we do like maybe a bit of a live com / then we do a few where we see the result and end result, and just mix it up in the episodes. And like I say, just keep giving me feedback on how you think the episodes are. Any little tweaks, improvements I can make, do let me know. But we beat Entella 2-0 with a almost 4,800 capacity crowd. We have got a 7,500 seater stadium, so it's definitely improving. I've looked versus last year, we were getting around 2,000 to 3,000, so it's definitely an improvement, and hopefully that'll continue. We can maybe get a few sellouts. That'd be awesome, because basically we need money. If you look at the finances, it's not good. We're down to being negative 4 million this year. I mean, look at that. Jesus. If you look at sort of the income and expenditure, it's about 4 million difference. And the thing is, like next year, like honestly this year, I think we've had a good start, but I think realistically, I'm looking for maybe a playoff push. You know, that'd be kind of cool. Although, is there playoffs? Oh, wow. That's an interesting system. So basically, if you are right up there and they're miles away, then you get instant promotion and they go into a playoff. Wow, I've never seen a system like this before, guys. Okay, fair enough. So anyway, I'm aiming for that top 8, basically. That'd be a really awesome place. But even just mid-table would do me perfectly fine. You know, we started off well, but, you know, that could all change. Today's game, then, we are playing against Perugia, who are a team that got relegated last year, if you look there. So they are an ex-Serie A side, so I'm sure they're potentially going to give us a bit of a spanking. One thing I do want to look at, because obviously you do seem to pay a lot of money in wages here, and I am interested to have a quick look at Serie B and see what the comparison is. So like the stats team detailed for salary per annum. Like where are we? So we're 19th with 2.91. Like your top 8 are paying about 6, so more than double, or just a little bit over double kind of what we are paying. So, I mean, it's interesting to say that we're losing that much money. Like, are these teams losing that much money, or is it just us? Like, I mean, they are insecure. They're rich. Maybe they've got relegated. Insecure. There is a few insecure finances, so maybe it's a case. And a lot of people have made money on the transfers. Only a couple of teams, the one we're playing today, actually spent money. So maybe you just don't have good finances in the lower divisions. I'm really hoping once we get to Serie A that there's a lot of money in there. I've had a quick look at the rules, and it doesn't really mention a lot. But it does mention that there's parachute payments if you get relegated of up to 53 million, which makes you think if they can pay that to relegated teams, then surely there's some money for teams just staying in the division. So I'm kind of hopeful it might be all right when we get there. But yeah, it's an interesting time, that's for sure. So yeah, Perugia today, we're going to do that as a live com episode because they're third, and I think it's going to be an extremely tough test. But yeah, 2-0 victory, I didn't finish telling you, against Entella, and they went away to Crotone. 3-0 victory, Moise Kean with a brace right at the start and right at the end of the game, and Fiordaliso in between. Really good finishes from him, and the tactic looks like this. I've made a slight little tweak to the number 1 sort of spot, which I will still train 4-2-3-1, but this is kind of what we're going with in terms of the little tweaks. So I've put the ball midfield onto a full defend role. Just in some of the highlights, they were getting up into the pitch, and it went all right in them sort of phases of play, but I was kind of thinking against better opposition or in certain other phases we could get caught out there, so I've just put it to a defend role just to hold in front of the back line. If you know Leeds United, basically Calvin Phillips just sort of screening that back line, and then obviously can bring it forward if the opportunity arises. Burnic I put on to get further forward, although I don't think he likes to do it, so he's kind of likes to come deep, so that he's maybe not fully suited to this role. We might have to look at that one. He's doing all right. You know, 7.96 is definitely not bad, but I think maybe someone else could do even better in there. I'm not sure. Caballo's done really good. Fcan's done really good in Mazzala's. Not changed that role. And I've put a target man attack purely because target men do link up the play, and they don't have to be big, massive target men, as it kind of says. You can just make it a normal striker, but they will just try and act like a target man. The thing is, we're going to get sort of, hopefully, balls in from the wing-backs, and in one of the phases of play, we sort of coming deep, and then they sprung a ball behind, and he just spun the defender, and with his pace, he just burned past. I think it was that 89th minute goal in the last game, and it worked really, really well. So, and then the advanced forward kind of does like the leading the line, chasing down loose balls. It seemed to work alright in the last couple of games. So, let's go, guys. This is the lineup. In terms of anyone missing, I don't think we have anyone right now. Yeah, I think everyone's kind of in there. And I don't think anything else has happened that I can remember to tell you. Oh, yeah. I was actually going to show you a couple of goals, so let's just do it. I will actually show you, because this Carvalho goal was actually pretty decent. So let's just quickly load up this game and just show you this Carvalho goal. And then a beautiful set-piece goal I wrote down for the next game. I think that was a Fiordaliso goal. I'll have to double check. But I'll quickly show you these just so you can see what you missed. You can see by the stats there, the possession very even, just absolutely dominated them on the chances, which was great to see. But look, Carvalho just picks it up here and then just absolutely thunders it into the back of net, which was brilliant to see from him. And then on the 3-0, I think it was the Fiordaliso goal. So we'll load that one up. And again, you can see by the stats, very even game in terms of possession, but we sort of edged it on chances. And I think that's kind of how this tactic works, really. Is if you look at them, they had obviously opportunities and key passes, but yeah, look at this. Nice little work ball from the set piece there. Don't know why the game keeps stuttering. Really don't know. It's having a bit of a moment today. Sorry about that, guys. I think my computer's just struggling with like the masses of leagues loaded, and then it's got like OBS running, and obviously Audition. I'm doing my audio in now, so I think the game's just like, the PC's just like, oh my god, let me breathe. But yeah, Perugia, let's get in it, guys. Let's get started. You can see that Fiordaliso has just come back actually from an injury. He had a knock in that last game, and he sort of missed a few days in training, but he is back and fit enough to play today. And it's a tough test, so I don't really want to rotate or anything. I kind of want to let him play. Pick up where you left off. That seems good to me. Let's go, boys. Let's see what happens here then. So this is a really tough test for us. Nice throw-in. Knocks down to Kean. This would be a nice early goal if we can get one. DeLorco whips it in. Oh, defended. Only as far as Kean. Tries to get it back in. Candeloni on the turn. Candeloni's been pretty decent. He has been pretty decent. Oh, I think I didn't tell you that we're so longer. I'm not sure if I told you that in the last episode or not. I don't think I did. We'll look at that after the game. But yeah, let's focus on this right now. Coming down wide. Ooh, that's a decent ball for Borelli. Got to block it. Curry. Ooh, kind of gets away from him there. But side netting. Get away with it. A chance for both teams so far. Set piece. Whipped in. Headed away, but Curry will chase it down. Just needs to feed it back to one of the defenders. That's it. Great ball out for Cabello. Can he find someone here? Needs to cut it across. Goes for goal. Not ideal. And again, sorry if it's sort of stuttering. I might have to sort of take a pause after this game and sort of shut down and reboot the computer. It's been on sleep for about a week, so that's probably the reason, to be honest. Oh, Jesus. Jesus. Get away with one there, guys. Get away with one there. But lots of highlights here. We're only 12 minutes in, and it's like the 5th highlight we've seen. But good header from Glick. Can't fully get it away. Come on, press him. Press him. Go on. Go on. Go on. Go on. I thought we were going to go in that. On a few opportunities with that, we've won the ball off them and be able to like spring a really good counter-attack. A decent bit of pressing there, to be honest, but they are still coming forward. Need to try and block this cross. Decurry with it. Candeloni will try and come deep, but highlight does end there. Decent early signs. I will check out. I get creative. We have had 3 shots, 3 on target so far. They're probably going to have more of the possession because they're in the kind of the generic 4-2-3-1 sort of style. So although it is pretty even actually, but we are having more of the opportunities at the minute. I think both teams just seem to be having a bit of a kind of nullifying each other, you think, really, in terms of actually, if you look at the ratings and things, both teams aren't having a great game. I'm going to say it's disappointing, purely because there's a lot of 6.5s out there, and 6.3s, so not great. We do have a set piece, Burnich with it, Decurry! Mamadou Decurry, 2nd goal of the season. Come on, boys. 1-0 up against Perugia. very big game, this one. Obviously, relegated Serie A side, so if we can cut it with these guys, and the thing is, you've got to remember, we have got, in some of our ratings, Serie A quality of players, so we're not like a proper, just been promoted team. We're already, as it said by the season preview, they already kind of rating us maybe 6th position, so we are a decent squad, to be honest. We've got to remember that. I think where we're going to start faltering a little bit is definitely going to be Serie A, because we're going to have some players good enough, but unless we can make really good transfers, we're not going to have a team good enough. But Dell'Orco to Lazzarini. Dell'Orco's been a little bit quiet in some of the games. Both wingbacks are really, in this sort of tactic, I would expect a little bit more from them. Fiordaliso here, though, can he shut me up and do something? Fiordaliso going down the wing, cuts it back. Caballo, tackled. They do go back, though, but they've picked a great ball out. Annoyingly for us, they've not fallen to one of our players. Jeez, if you scored that, I mean, you can only applaud that. That was like from 40 odd yards out, I think. But yeah, really good game for us so far. They are having a few more chances now. I'm just about to do another get creative, but we'll see this highlight out first. Can we steal the ball back off them? Dragomir whips it out. Can we get the header? Misses it. Down to Doucouré. Oh, he's done. Good save from the keeper. Doucouré needs to be stronger there. Doucouré is probably, I'd say, a weaker defender in terms of, obviously, Lucas May, who's just come back as Lucas May, but I didn't want to throw him in for this game, just because, he has kind of quite a layoff. And Doucouré is playing pretty well, but he is definitely the weaker of, let's say, our main three, being Glick, Lucas May, and then sort of Doucouré. We'll do another quick get creative, just because we've got to keep the pressure on them. If you try and go defensive, it just doesn't work, really. And Candeloni's struggling a little bit, so I'm going to bring Monticello on for a little bit. And Caballo having a bit of a poor game as well, so I think Vaca may be the way to go. Yeah, I think Vaca's a little bit more experienced. I've been trying to get a few players involved where possible, with the subs, but I'm trying not to weaken the team too much. So I've got a couple of youngsters I'd like to give a bit more game time to. That's a good bit of play. Finds Dell'Orco. Come on, make something of it. Oh, hits the post. Fiordaliso will collect it, but I think he's going to have a bit of a job on to get past 3. And it does go out for a throw-in, but that was a good effort from us there. Good effort there, guys. 80th minute then. 80th minute. Go for a demand more. And then let's see who is knackered. Fiordaliso, I think we'll bring on the youngster out there for the last sort of 5 minutes of the game. Bit of fresh legs down the wing. Looking focused. Just got to finish it out. 4 minutes to go. 4 minutes to go. Come on. That was a nice little scissor kick clearance. Up to Kean. He just needs to keep on side. Oh, I can't believe they lost that there. They should not have lost that ball. Kean kind of run into a bit of a cul-de-sac, but I mean, Monticello didn't really offer him options. He kind of ran offside, annoyingly. Oh, that kind of looked like it was going to go out of play then. Well, we are kind of forcing them back, but they keep, luckily, managed to pick their own guys out when they clear it. It doesn't fall to us, frustratingly. But can Libor do something? Oh, there it is. Kean. Can he use the pace now? Come on, Moise. Can he do it? Oh, straight at the keeper. Opportunity. He was obviously far out wide. It was a tough angle, but good opportunity for him there. That was kind of poor, but we get away with it. Dell'Orco into Vaca Jr. Deflects off his own man, I think, and again, annoyingly falls to them. All the deflections just seem to perfectly fall to one of their players rather than one of ours. Luckily, this time, we can collect it as Glick. Last couple of minutes to go. Doucouré. Lazzarini finds Dell'Orco. Nice ball. Took it inside. Got an overlapping runner. There we go. Kean. Oh, what a finish from Kean there. First goal of the season. Assist from Dell'Orco. What a good ball that is. What a good goal, rather. I mean, he kind of stumbles and gets a little bit lucky, I suppose, because almost loses it, but Kean just picks it up and keeper just doesn't even move. It's that good. 2-0 winners over Perugia as things stand, and there we go, boys. We're on a good little run. Everyone's playing pretty well. I think we definitely need to say well done. I mean, nothing needs addressing. We just beat a team relegated from the division above. I think we need to say well done. But yeah, guys, it's going pretty well. I think Hellas Verona, our next team up, we're also relegated. I'm pretty sure, yes. But they're in a really bad season so far. They're losing a lot of games and they're right down there. So I think this won't be hopefully as tough. But 4 wins out of 4, guys, 11 goal difference. I keep saying it, I don't think this is going to last all season. But you do now and again get it where you just get that kind of momentum after a promotion. I mentioned it, I think, last year, where sometimes when you're in England, you'll get promoted from League 2 and then immediately go and get promoted from League 1. The momentum can sometimes do that to you, but it's going to be interesting. Now, I will quickly show you that I did sell Samuel Longo for 850k. His contract was expiring at the end of the season, so it was actually a good bit of business. I think with Moise Kean, when he scored them 2 goals, I was like, yeah, I'm happy to let Longo go now, because I know Moise Kean can score. Candelone's been doing all right. We've got Monticello, we've got Magic. So we're kind of all right, I think, for the strikers this year. So I was happy to let him go. 850k for a player who would lose for free at the end of the season. $4,000 a week on wages, which kind of basically paid for a bit of Moise Kean to come in, because he's on about $5,000. So that kind of helped cover the costs on that deal. But more importantly, the day before it came up to basically sell him to get the accept transfer section, the board came in and, because of our healthy finances, increased it to 60% transfer revenue retained, which means we got so much more of that deal than we would have done at 20. So we've got a nice tasty budget of $800,000, and obviously look at how good the balance looks right now, and just think in about 6 months that's going to be like negative $1 million or something. Ridiculous. But either way, guys, let's move on. Let's play some next games. We've got Verona and Trapani coming up. We're here for the game against Verona. Hellas Verona today. We're 19th, so we're not going to do the highlights of this one. Just going to do the start and finish. As you can see, this is the lineup. No changes. Now, what I did notice is De Curry is now down as been a decent Serie A player, which is even better than Lucas May. And obviously, with Lucas May being on loan, I'd rather play our own guy. He has had a massive increase, though, because literally when I put him in there in replace of May at the beginning of the season, he was down as a Serie C quality player. So, massive improvement from him, but I'll happily take it all day long. But this is the lineup. I'll show you how we get on. And there we go, boys. 4-0 victory. I just want to check, is that Jordan Henderson? No, Liam Henderson. Fair enough. I was just kind of worried. I was like, is that Jordan? We're not that far ahead. But yeah, it's very good, solid performance. They actually put us under a lot of pressure in the first 15-20 minutes, but then as soon as we got the first goal, we just annihilated them. And I've got to show you the Moise Kean goal. You've got to watch this one. Just watch the keeper here. Whoop! Completely goes up for it and just goes straight through his hands. I was absolutely laughing my head off at that one. But yep, 4-0 victory. Excellent stuff. So the next game is Trapani, who are doing pretty decent themselves. I think they're 7th in the division at the minute, obviously a newly promoted side just like us. We're going to keep it the same side. End of the day, if it is working, don't break it. Yeah, or something like that. But either way, same side, let's just get in and see what we can do. Come on, boys. Great. Absolutely, this is like the perfect example of kind of how I want us to play here. Great bit of passing and move in the midfield. Glick sprays one to Fiordaliso, who takes on his man and then whips it across. Look at that. For Moise Kean in the middle to tap it home for 1-0. Well, that's not ideal from us. We have conceded a similar kind of goal, to be honest. We've had like 2 or 3 gilt-edged chances that we've not taken. There was one where it was literally like 3-on-1 and Burnich just piss poor effort, to be honest. But look at that. Scissor kind of kick in from Mazzola. Makes it 1-1. Squeaky bum time, maybe. There's full time then. 1-1. First goal we've actually conceded in the league so far, I only just realised. They had a man set off in like the 92nd minute, so it didn't really make an impact. But we definitely still had more chances. We actually had more possession this time. 3 clear cuts, 3 half to their 1-1. So I think we should have pre-edged this one, but Trapani just seemed to be a bit of the bogey side of ours, you know. They seem to just be able to pop up and give us a game, but definitely the toughest opposition I think we've had for a little bit. And yeah, 1-1 draw. Time for our next game. This one is against Regina, who are bottom of the league. And again, no changes, same squad. Just going to, again, stick with kind of what's working in a minute until it breaks, basically, but hopefully it won't. But yeah, same squad. Let's get into this one and hopefully bounce back with a victory. Full-time whistle goes with a 2-0 victory. Goals come in the second half. It took until 52nd minute with a set-piece goal. First of the season, first for the club, for Kamil Glick. But we then were just absolutely all over them. First half was pretty quiet, to be honest. There was a couple of chances, but second half, especially after that goal, we just went on a spell of highlight after highlight after highlight. You can see by 27 shots, 17 on target, 5 half chances and a clear-cut chance, but they defended pretty well for the most part, and a little bit of lethargy, I think, was in there as well, but all in all, 2-0 victory. Excellent stuff. Well, just to quickly come back and show you, we've been offered the new contract at Venezia. So, let's have a quick little look at things. It looks like that's the same. It's going to be a 5k wage, 3-year deal, which is excellent. Brave against relegation. We obviously didn't make that, annoyingly, but everything else looks the same. So, I'm happy to just start on that. 5 grand, 3-year contract. Boom. Let's get that signed. And let's get the notification for it. Boom. Delighted. We've got a new deal. Liz Vicky signs a new deal till 2024. Brilliant stuff. I'm absolutely delighted. Loving it here. No brainer. Built something. We're hungry for long-term success. We sure are, guys. But yep, new contract. That's great. Well, this is going to be our final game of today's episode, and we are playing Empoli, who are, again, a tough opposition. They're doing pretty well in the league at the minute, and they've been up and around in the Serie A, Serie B quite a lot. So they're definitely going to be a tough test, and they are 4th in Serie B as things stand. So, again, no changes to make. I'm going to keep sticking with this squad as long as I possibly can, because it's playing pretty well. And let's get out there and see what we can do. Well, we've gone from having a really good opportunity for ourselves at the other end, and then they sort of just worked the ball down from that chance, and Filippo Bandinelli, I think I say it, I just got a cracking goal for Empoli here to make it 1-0 just before half-time. We were in a decent sort of position, just not, I suppose, quite close enough to this guy, but, I mean, you can't fault, that's a cracking goal. And there's our first defeat of the season against Empoli. A tough opposition, but we just didn't quite get in the gears here, and again, it was a really decent strike to win it, so it's not like it was a sloppy own goal or anything. It was a decent strike. They are a tough opposition. We gave them a game, though. We had 3 half chances and 15 shots with 6 on target, but we just couldn't quite get the breakthrough. A couple of players on a few off games today, and I think that's sort of amalgamated into this. Maybe I do need to rotate a little bit. Maybe they're all knackered. Although, we don't look majorly. I suppose we do in a few positions. We do look a little bit more knackered in a few positions, like Fiordaliso, Carabao, but yeah, we'll see how the next games go. But that's going to be today's episode done and dusted. I'm going to say that's disappointing. I mean, you've got to say it's disappointing, but realistically, we're way above kind of expectations right now. We are top of the league still, but it is on goal difference, which is obviously amazing from that early bit of form we had there. And I think it was always going to have defeats and things. You know, it is going to happen. We've got some tough teams in here, but the thing is, like I say, if we can still be in the playoffs, I think, given our good start, if we can be in the playoffs come the end of the season, that'll be amazing from me. But that is our first sort of full episode with a few games in of our Serie B campaign done. Hopefully you're enjoying it. If you are, smash the like button. And as always, I'll see you back for the next one where we've got a load more really important games to play. So, catch you soon, guys.